All right, let's get to the Supreme Court now. You know, the justices today actually began hearing arguments in this potential landmark case that surrounds a clash of gay rights, free speech, and religion. At issue is whether a Colorado graphic designer looking to expand into wedding websites can actually use her right to free speech and faith as reasons for refusing to do business with gay couples. ABC News senior Washington correspondent Devin Dwyer joining me now with the latest on this, a story that, well, you've been working this subject matter at all different angles, Devin. Let's talk about what we've learned, though, from these proceedings so far.
Fascinating and major case, Kira. It might sound familiar to a lot of people. Remember the cake baker dispute out of Colorado a few years ago, but this case fundamentally gets to the heart of the issue. Can businesses refuse to serve LGBTQ couples based on some First Amendment right to their beliefs? The lower courts in this case sided with the state of Colorado. That state has a law that prohibits discrimination on all different sorts of qualities of person when going into a business. They said businesses making wedding websites have to serve same-sex couples who come in seeking a wedding website. The designer in this case, who is Christian, says she just can't do that. It violates her beliefs, her religious beliefs and otherwise. And she brought her appeal, Kira, to the Supreme Court today. 2.5 hours of arguments. The justices wrestled with this. They were very concerned about the implications of this, both for her freedom of speech, but also for the rest of the country. It's going to be a very difficult case.
All right, well, you actually spoke with the designer, Lori Smith, the owner of, is it 303 Creatives or 303 Creatives?
303 Creative, yeah.
Okay,
yep.
303 Creatives, about the messages that she says she's willing to promote. So let's just play a bit of this and talk about it.
I am a Christian, and as a Christian, I believe that marriage is between one man and one woman. And while I'm happy to serve everyone, there are certain messages I'm unable to promote through my business.
Would you deny a wedding website request from a Muslim couple that wanted to put Quran verses on the homepage?
I'm never refusing a project based on who's requesting it, requesting the work, but the message that I'm being asked to pour my time, talents into promoting and celebrating.
So as it stands right now, Colorado's Anti-Discrimination Act requires business owners like this graphic designer to serve LGBTQ couples or face fines, right? So what do those fines entail?
That's right. And Smith says, Kira, that she's an artist. She says her websites, even if they're for other customers, are messages, that she designs these creatively, that the government can't force her to say something she doesn't believe. Today, the justices were sympathetic with that. But Colorado argued, you see their law there on your screen, says no matter who a customer is, they have to be served if the business is open to the public, and that civil penalties will be levied if they don't do so. And those types of laws, Kira, are present in dozens of states across this country. Those are on the line in this case. And today the justices were really trying to weigh those equities, the free speech rights, sincerely held beliefs of people like Ms. Smith, but also the government's interest in rooting out discrimination against all kinds of people. You know, we've seen a lot of progress since the civil rights era and segregation in businesses. You know, businesses have to serve everyone. There was a lot of concern today that this could be a step backward if it's ruled in Smith's favor.
So big picture, depending on how the court rules in this case, if Smith wins, could that mean that other people could potentially cite their religion to discriminate against other things, people, you know, like a person's race or ethnicity?
That was the federal government's argument today, Kira. They joined this debate. That was the argument of the liberal justices. Sonia Sotomayor was sounding off today, saying that if we allow this, you're opening the door to allowing, once again, businesses, website designers, to turn away interracial couples because of their stated religious beliefs or otherwise. There seemed to be real concern, even from some of the conservatives, about going that far. But I will say, Kira, a majority of the justices were very empathetic with Ms. Smith. They believe in religious freedom. They believe in free speech. And they seemed ready to give her a win in this case, though just how broad that ruling will be is, I think, an open question. We'll see a final ruling here before the end of June, Kira.
So open and shut case, where might majority of justices be leaning?
Certainly seems likely that this is a court that's going to rule in Ms. Smith's favor in some fashion. But just how broad this will be, will it implicate all anti-discrimination laws nationwide? That's less clear because, like I said, there was real concern, especially from the arguments presented by Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson, the first black woman on the bench. She repeatedly was bringing up today, Kira, concerns about race discrimination by businesses. It certainly seemed to raise some eyebrows across the bench, and so I suspect that this will be far less than Smith wants, but certainly some ruling in her favor.
All right, Devin Dwyer. Thanks, Devin.
Thanks, Kira.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.